Yo, happy Friday, everybody. There's already people in the chat this week. What's up, Abraham? Fiber Tech. Yo, what's up, Cole? First in all your hearts. Harrison. What's up, Angel? We are going to do a Warsabers Starkiller. What's up, Isaac? Thanks for tuning in, man. Happy Friday. Give it a few minutes and we'll crack into this Starkiller, or we'll try to. What's up, Wooly? Wooly J? Jesse, what's up? Watch me fumble through this Starkiller this week. What's up, Jacob? Actually, I was counting right before I started this, and this is the 11th one of these that I've done. So time's flying, man. Time is flying. I took it easy this week, though. I didn't work much on sabers, or I worked like a half a day every day just to give my mind a little bit of a break. Yeah, I took it real easy this week. So excited to dive into this, see what there is to see, get it done. I did a Warsaber Starkiller a long time ago, but I think this is a different version. What's up, Josh? Gonna buy something just flip-flopping between hilts. Right on. One for each inch according to Albert's mom's Twitter. Jeez. Already with the mom jokes, and we're like a minute 58 in. What's up, Jeff? Happy Friday, man. Jeff, I got my new printer today, and your chassis is my first test print, and it's printing now, and it might be done before this stream is over, so I could take it off the printer and show it, and I'm pretty stoked. I'm printing that one in nylon, so it's going to be super tough. From what I can see so far, it looks really good too, so pretty pumped about that. Yo, what's up, Albert? You just missed we were just talking about your mom's Twitter account. Shit. But totally not mysterious, guys. Yo, what's up? Been having an amazing time. Recent MPP you did for me. Oh, thank you so much. Unfortunately, you stripped the damn screw for the clamp, though. Stuck without a bubble strip for now. That is very easy to do on that one, unfortunately. What I should have done, and I don't think that I did on yours because I wanted to give you the option of changing it out, is usually I would put like a little bit of glue or E6000 on the bubble clamp and throw it in there and let it cure, and then that way you don't have to tighten it up. Cole, this was a X1 Carbon from Bamboo Labs. Maybe I can show you guys. This is my print station over here with my Ender 3s, but that guy right there is my new one, and it's just clicking away with Jeff's chassis. Let's see if we can't get this set up. Get some light. Here we go. So this is what we got today. This is John's. I don't want to say his last name on here, but Warsaber Starkiller. Now, the only thing I really did here was I took some of the main pieces out just so that I could make a chassis. And really, the only thing you need for that, I mean, you don't have to know how it goes together. I just needed, this piece right here. Let me try to get this box out of the way. Got a lot of stuff tonight. All right. I just took this assembly right here because I needed to know, this piece and the handle ID and how much of the handle I had to play with in my design. And from there I could build a chassis, right? And so that's what I did. And then I did do a little bit of prep work on the chassis. So I got it pre-wired with my battery tabs, put a few brass rods in here. It's just something I like playing with lately. I did put my 28 millimeter SO Elite speaker in already. So all that's wired and ready to go. I did pre-wire my NeoPixel accent for my crystal in the crystal chamber. And that's pretty much all I did. Actually, I E6000 a real quartz crystal in here so that we wouldn't have to sit around and wait for that. Hey, thanks, Cole. Yeah, it's just something it's hard to mix it up and do stuff that other people aren't doing. So I'm just trying some different things. I've been messing with let me grab this real quick. I got to do some finishing on this, but this is for a KY Sabers Starkiller. And making these board covers and stuff like that. I still put a little bit of a finish on here, but this will come out cool. I'll make this light up. Much like I did with my scrap that Benji made me. I think I did that one last week. So we got some parts. I'll take a look at what's going on. See what we can do. Yo, what's up, Darth Koopa? We got a lot of parts. Thank you, Coach. Appreciate that, man. Put it on top of the switchblade. Right like that. We got that. A couple of these LEDs. These come for the crystal chamber, though. I won't be using these. Need that Starkiller in my collection. Yeah, Warsabers makes a really nice one. These various LEDs that came with the kit, though, I won't be using them. I use a NeoPixel accent. I just prefer to do it that way. The end product's no different. I mean, these are just single color accents, so I would be locked into a certain color anyway. Oh, hey, what's up, John? Right on, man. I didn't know if I thought that might be you, but wasn't sure. Well, hopefully I don't butcher this saber in front of you. Shit to Jeremy. There's a lot of pieces. Yeah, there's a lot of pieces, but you just try not to get overwhelmed. John, since you're here, I can ask you which Kobachon you prefer. You prefer the blue one or the red one to go in your little greebly that sits under your emitter? Let me know which one you prefer, and I'll glue it in and put the other one in the box. They both look pretty cool. I think that red looks more Starkiller-ish, but this one's kind of like a purple. I don't know if it's showing up well on camera though. Oh yeah. Sorry, man. I do have the clear one. You prefer the clear one? We can do that. It's right here. Let me know. Clear, red, or purple? What's the consensus, John? I would love to send a saber off to get installed one day and then sit there and watch the installer do it, and then tell him my preferences as he's going along. I think that'd be pretty awesome. No, put the clear one in. Do red right there. No, whatever you want, man. Just let me know so I can glue that in real quick. Clear, because if I remember the blade shines through. Right on, man. That's what we'll do. We'll do it right now. We'll do it right now. I'll put these other ones back in your bag, and then you can have them for whatever. Clear one's a good choice. Yep. That way you get any color. trying to keep my eye on the chat. But I gotta somewhat pay attention to what I'm doing too. Just a little bit. And we got the clear one. We'll set that off to the side and let that dry. It won't take long though. Discord backseat install. Yeah. It's all good. Actually, I think it's pretty cool, man. Let's see here. This will go like this. Okay. Just want to kind of get a feel for the parts real quick. I actually think it'll go like that. And we'll clamp in there. It's the only installing you want me to do, that's for sure. So that'll go like that. We won't clamp that down yet until we put it inside the saber. We can slowly put this together though. We can put this together for sure. Right on, Jeff. Thanks for stopping by, man. Okay. We can line those up. Just like that. Just like that. Actually, before we do that, we got to drop this crystal chamber out of here. Glue in the NeoPixel accent for the quartz crystal. Thanks, Jeff. Appreciate that. Like the stream. We got a good treat this week. There was a Make Tooth Monday. I feel like it's been a while. So that was really cool. He broke down a customer flagship this week, and I think he's going to install it back next week. We can do this one in two ways. I'm hoping I was hoping we could have done it the easy way. No, I think it's going to want to come out of there. That's all right. We'll leave it where it is so we don't mess anything up. A few different ways to do that. But I'm going to put a NeoPixel accent right on the bottom in that center hole. Thought I was going insane. I saw that Make Tooth. Yeah, I know, man. I always like catching his streams. It looked like a really cool flagship he was working on. Excited to see him install it next week. Boy, there's a lot of pieces of this thing. There are rods here. Just kind of looking it over as I go. Don't get sabers too often that I haven't done before. So it's always a treat to get these in. Switches. Round 1 and 2. That one can be tricky, so you really got to pay attention. Got to pay attention on that one. In fact, we'll just go ahead and solder the pads I'm going to use so I remember what I did later. Oh, we get up early all week. My daughter has band camp. My wife went out of town early this morning. A lot going on. A lot going on this week. So we're going to use that pad, that one, and that one. Took one look at the bags and was like, yeah, I'm not doing it. Oh, you would have been fine, man. That's your trade. I'm happy you sent it to me, though. Thanks for trusting me with it. I'll just go ahead and wire up the switch box right now since I have it in front of me. Do you work a full-time job on top of this, or is this your full-time job? This has been my full-time job for the last 2.5 years or so. I was a project manager for commercial concrete. But I've been fortunate enough to be able to switch to this. Okay, now I gotta figure out what's number 1 and what's number 2. 2 looks like all the way back here. I want the activation in the front. Desk is kind of a mess tonight, but we'll make it. Yes, I do prefer doing this. I reached a point where I was doing both and I had to make a decision, and so I chose to do this. I haven't looked back. We got our switch block all wired up. Go ahead and twist these up. Be surprised how little soldering I need to do anymore. I knew it would be in the hands of a straight up professional when I reached out to me. Oh, well, I appreciate the confidence, John. We'll get it going one way or another. Twist these up. This is probably one of the more important aspects of installing is like the wire management, making sure everything looks neat as you can. So now that's all wired up in one coil. Set that off to the side for later. What else were we doing? Oh yeah, Neopixel accent. Now, because I'm going to put this right up against a piece of metal, I'm going to put it right up on this metal, this brass plate in here. And there's a bunch of screws, or there's 3 screws around it. I mean, there's a lot of metal going on in there. I've got 2 different ways that I like to insulate these, because you can see it's got, both sides where it needs to be, really all 4 sides where it needs to be insulated. Sometimes I'll use small strips of electrical tape and I'll burn them on there. And sometimes I will use hot glue in this instance to slowly go around it. And I'll do it first. I'm going to try to show it up close. I will insulate everything on top of that all the way around the light, so no metal touches it, right? Throw it in there. Can't wait to send you my next special saver. Still one I don't believe you've done yet. What is it? Just gonna let that cool down for a second, and then the trick really, if you have to use hot glue anywhere, there's 2 tricks to hot glue. One, you should never be able to see it when you're done, right? Because if you can see it, then you didn't use it right. And number 2, once it cools off, use your soldering tip to remelt it and let it actually grab onto the surface. If you don't do that and kind of like reheat it and let it melt and bond, you could take this and pull it right out. And that's not something that we want to happen over time. So this could be a little bit of a smelly part, but it's okay. I got a fan right off to the right of me that you can't see. Keeps all the fumes away from my face. Sometimes if the bottom of the crystal has a big enough opening, um, for a lot of light to shine through, I'll model the pixel holder onto the chassis right here, so that I can just glue the pixel right here and it'll shine through. But this one, the hole is really small, and I need to be right up against it in order to get good shine through. So I'm doing it this way to maximize my pixel lighting, if that makes sense. Now that crystal there will have a good shine through. We don't need this anymore. Don't want to ruin the surprise. All right. I'll press. I am intrigued though. Okay. So we got that in there. That crystal's good. I E6000 that crystal about 9 o'clock this morning. So that's nice and cured in there. It's not going anywhere. Got our accent pixel coming off there. So now we can just like slowly start to build this up a little bit. I am using CA glue on some parts. I don't think I'll use it on the rods though, because you just clip these on the bottom part, but then the top part just kind of slides in there. If I don't have to glue stuff, I won't. That way, in case it ever needs to come apart in the future, it can. See how well it fits in there. Yeah, that'll do. I'll just come through and put these on. Line that up. Whoops. There we go. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I'll just start putting these in. Getting the crystal chamber all built up was really probably the most time consuming part of the upper half. That's why I went ahead and I mounted that crystal this morning. I'll get this together so it doesn't move, and then I'll have to figure out the wire paths for the main NeoPixel connector. Oops. Appreciate that, Isaac. This is good family fun over here. If you like sabers. If you don't like sabers, this is probably the most boring thing you've ever seen in your life. Okay. We got these on. That looks good. I'll straighten this out. Put our other ones in. Coachon. Gonna hold everything. There are bunny ears. Try to throw these in too. I tried to, oh, thanks, John. I tried to use the one that you sent. It was a little too long. I'm afraid of cracking them or trying to cut them because it never works out the way I want it to. I didn't want to ruin it. So I'll put it back in your box for you. I just wasn't able to use it. But I got one that was pretty close, that was able to fit in there right. And then also the right diameter, because that other one was a little too fat to fit in these fins as well. So altogether, I think this one works pretty well. I may put a little bit of glue on the bottoms of these two brass rods here because I don't like that. Yeah, I don't like that. So we'll put a little bit of CA glue on them, just a touch. Got to go slow with this stuff because if it comes out too fast, then it'll be a bad day. A little swipe. Swipe. Okay. That's it for a second. Sir Peanut Butter, what's up? Happy Friday, man. While we're letting that sit, let's drop back to these grips because these grips aren't glued in either. I noticed that earlier. Whoops. That's not glued in either. So we got to glue in all that stuff. Actually, I'll take this off. Pop these off. Just like that. Start putting in a little bit of glue on these and putting them back in. And then this can sit over there until we get done with the entire saber. The machining is really nice on these grips to handle. I barely noticed that they weren't glued in. I mean, they're a pretty nice little press fit. They're very nice machining on the grips. That one doesn't want to go in. There it goes. There it goes. Megtooth, what's up, man? We were just talking about you earlier. Happy Friday, dude. Looking forward to seeing that flagship installed Monday. One more grip, and then we're done with the handle. We can move on to the fun stuff. Oh no, I gotta glue the pommel cap on too. It's alright, I won't take a minute. So these grips are nice when you glue them down, and they have these little lips in here. If you could see that in the light, maybe. But that actually, those go inside of the pommel when it's screwed on, so it kind of helps hold everything in. CC connector, first time. Tell me what you think about them. I really like them. I probably use them 99% of the time. In fact, I've got one that we'll be putting one in here today. Slide that in there. Put that in there. Pop that in. So this is all glued together. One thing I noticed though when making this chassis today is that I am going to have to cut down the screw for the Covertech, which is pretty common. But the chassis won't even fit in here until I take this out. So we're going to just go ahead and take it out right now so it doesn't get in the way of the install. And then I'll chop that down probably in the morning. Because once we finish tonight, I'll be done for the night. Take a break. That's all good to go. What do we got? What can we do? I don't want to put this in yet. I want to be able to see what I'm doing. We need to wire up this CC connector that Megtooth was talking about too. Let's go about right here with it. Make sure that's long enough. Should be long enough. Yo, what's up, Brian? Happy Friday, dude. Welcome to my 11th live install. All right, let's get these Allen keys out of the way. Let's wire this up real quick. Yo, what's up, Cheeto? Happy Friday. Here's my CC connector. I don't put these on, I don't use alligator clips or anything like that, or helping hands to help me with these, because I've damaged the LEDs in the past by doing that. So now I just take the provided holder that comes with it, flip it upside down, put it right in there, and it holds it really nice while I solder everything together. Got to make all these wires kind of shooting off in the same direction because of the way that they will go into the switch box area, like so. I usually like to, my first instinct after I solder something like this would be to twist these wires and make it look like this. But since we got to go through the emitter, and then we got to go through the emitter, come out this hole over here, back down and out this way, I don't think I'm going to twist them. I think it'll take up more room if I do that. So we'll just try to leave them single file and lay them down nice as we go. We'll have to glue this into the holder real quick. Like so. I'm not sure the material that these are made out of. These are his new holders that he sends out, but I like these a lot better than the white ones. But I do like these old white ones better to solder on. Like how I was just saying, I put them upside down, and these I like the white ones better to do that. But these definitely feel better, like they fit the PCB better than the white ones do. For any of you guys out there that use them. I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do there. Give this a few minutes to dry, take a drink of water, check on the print. Another cool thing about this printer that's running right now that I really enjoy is that I can pull up the app from wherever I am, and I could just hit the, it's got a camera in there, so I could just check out. That's about where my print's at right now, over there in the corner. Pretty cool. So it's doing good. Just a few more hours till the new Corbanth OWK Saber with Master Elite chassis. Very excited. Oh, right on, Brian. Yeah, that looks very nice. That's the, is that the KR version that Corbanth is selling? It's got to be, right? I'm a fancy boy, John. I'm a fancy boy. This one that's running is the X1 Carbon by Bamboo Labs. And then I have a couple Ender 3 Pros that the Ender 3 Pro is just it's a workhorse. It'll never let you down. You can beat them up. I mean, not beat them up, but I mean, you can neglect them. I shouldn't, with preventative maintenance, but I do. I pretty much only just clean the print bed and then just hit print all the time. And they just keep going. It's a fantastic printer. This one has the capability of printing nylon, which I'm doing right now. I could print carbon fiber. I could print them at speeds that are way faster than the Ender 3 and at better quality as well. So that's kind of a game changer for me with the carbon fiber and the nylon, because it's just like the strength between that and PLA is just that's not even comparable. They're just super tough. It also has a piece on top of it that holds 4 different spools, so you could do multicolor printing if you want. I'm really not too into that, but the capability is there, right? Really, where I would probably use that is just having different materials, like 4 different materials in there, where I could just one print would be one material and then another print would be a different kind of material without having to swap it. That would be pretty cool. John's laughing. Are you laughing at me being a fancy boy? Oh man. Trying to look in there. Do a little test fit. About right there. So. Let's see if I can see that in there. That will fit fine. Right there. I'll take that back out. A bit of glue in there. Okay. Yeah, so far so good. This is my first test print, so we'll see. But now I have 3 Ender 3 Pros. I've got this one, and then I've got a resin printer as well. Don't use the resin printer too much, but it is nice to have, just in case. Sometimes I like to do clear chassis. I don't do them too much anymore because other people are starting to do them, so I kind of stopped doing those. But it is cool every once in a while. Or if I need like a really small part, you could get super detailed with resin. Gotta hold this for a second and let it settle. Another drink of water. Excuse me. Gotta look at this while I'm holding this and figure out what's going to go on with the switch plate here. Okay. First this goes on, then the switch box goes on, and then you screw that in, and you put this on top of it. Now I chose not to use you could solder a micro USB here on this so that you could have access to it on the back of the switch box. I chose not to do that because if you do, there's a lot of things you have to wire to the board, to the Proffie board, and it gets a bit convoluted. I don't like the way that it looks. It doesn't look clean. I modeled my chassis in a way that you could just unscrew the handle and you have direct access to the Proffie and your SD card, which I think is important. So you have access to both in that way. So I am bypassing wiring up a micro USB and just having this look like a lot going on there. So I hope that's okay. Dude, I'm telling you, it's super hot. Not as hot today. It was only 89 degrees today, but it's been like over 105 here for the last 2 weeks. I think it's supposed to rain tonight, maybe tomorrow, but next week it'll be back up to 105. I'm in Oklahoma. Where are you guys at? Tell me where everyone's at, where everyone's from. I want to give this just a few more minutes to just kind of settle in. Yeah, I could tell from the handle. They have this drilled and tapped hole here, so I could tell from the handle that their mentality was to install this all up, throw the handle on, lock it down with a set screw, and you'd have access from the back of your switch box. But I don't necessarily agree with that approach. I think this is better. We're doing it this way. Yo, what's up, Brian? Texas and feeling the heat. Joplin Mo, yes, that's what's up, Joseph. You're 45 minutes away, man. 102 in Oregon. Oof. All right, this might be ready. I am trying to decide like how that's gonna work. Though. Let's see if I. That is interesting. Came through your town yesterday coming from KC. Was going to stop and say hi, but couldn't get my truck in your driveway. No, you wouldn't have been able to get your truck in my driveway. So now I'm starting to think that you actually did drive by my house. That's the only way you'd know that. All right. Running into a bit of a snag here. Something doesn't make sense to me. What am I going to do with these wires? We have to take this back off and see if it makes sense that way. Which is fine. We got time. Be like that sometimes. Brian's stalking me. Yeah. Either he's seen my house, but I mean, he's got my address. Or he got really lucky with the comment. He probably drove by it. You would pass it coming from Kansas City. I think there's a wire channel I may have missed. So I'm going to have to go try to find it real quick. And if I didn't miss it, then it's a weird setup. I want to figure out something else too. It's fine. We'll figure it out either way. I knew the second I put these 6 screws in, I'd be taking them back out. That's the unwritten rule. I put those in way too quick. right. And I did. There's a wire path right there that I missed. That's cool. You got a separate wire path off to the side here for the main NeoPixel wires that I didn't catch, but no biggie. We'll get it right now. Why they're there. It does make it a little tricky though. This is about the time if I was by myself, I'd be saying a few choice words. What's in there? In there. All right. Oh, we're just messing with you, Brian. Be real careful putting those in. Let's look. Yep. Let's see. Do a little bit of a reroute. Not a big deal though. Make sure everything's good there. And then it's off here. I need to put a light behind me. It'd be super helpful. Right. See if I can take this apart. I'm very crafty for once. I'm working on a new Kara Obi Hilt, weathering it myself, something other than audio from. Oh, dang. Oh, yeah. That's what's up. That is a wow. That's wild. I'll get it, though. Hmm. This is kind of why I've been taking it easy this week. I'm just kind of mentally tired. I haven't been catching stuff that I normally catch, or taking me a little longer to do certain things. So I decided it was probably best to chill. I'm not exactly sure how to get to that work, but we'll figure it out. This feels like a dead end. There we go. That's what I wanted to do. Wanted to take these two pieces apart from each other. Okay. And come over here. Needs a new blade. I've got my money's worth out of that X-Acto knife blade. What's this? What am I doing, or what saber am I doing, or what are we doing here in general? What do you mean? Told you guys I'd be fumbling through it tonight. Straight fumbling. That's all right. Come over here and cut a little bit of that out. This is that PCB holder for the main NeoPixel connector. I'm just going to cut a little bit of a notch into it with my X-Acto knife so I can feed some wires through it a little bit easier. Just to make it a little bit easier. There we go. I'll just go one at a time. It is right here. Massive amounts of concentration. There we go. 2, 3. Jesse, I know you like Stranger Things. I made it to season 4, like episode 2. All that work because I went through this hole instead. Damn it. Wrong hole. All right. Now we'll go back. Slide this back in. This is a super tight fit. I wasn't even sure if these two pieces would come off from each other, but they did. So that was good. All right. Put this in here. Like that. Right like that. These wires in here. Once we get past this, it's pretty smooth sailing. figuring out that little puzzle box. We got it. It's all good. Snap that in place. Put these screws back in. Oops. Oh, shit. Oh, what's up, Albert?
Hello there.
Hopefully you weren't waiting too long, man. I didn't notice you. I clicked in.
Oh, no worries, dude. Been here for like 5 minutes at least. Yep.
What are you working
How are you
on?
doing, man?
I'm good. I'm good.
Cool. Right on. I'm doing a Saber Trio Reaver.
Oh, those sound really good.
And we're using a removable chassis with the OLED screen
Yeah,
from KR.
very cool.
Yeah.
You're gonna keep it static, Jesse? Try to install it, dude. Question for Albert. Since you're doing a CFX board right now, do you know how to wire one of those TSA like which pads on CFX?
You know what? I've never used one. I've never ever wired one of those. Have you? On a CFX?
Yeah, just put the positive on the battery and the negative. You could just put it right on an LED pad. You could have its own pad if you want,
Oh,
or
nice.
you could just jump it to the others, along with the electrics connected. That's how I do it. So it would turn on when the Saber turns on.
Okay.
Okay, I'm almost back to where I was at 30 minutes ago. Everyone telling me to get it installed. I'm a static guy, but I'm tempted though. Statics are cool too, man. I have a few. I have a few statics. My MK1 with Rudy Chamber, it's static. Um, my Spectre 6 is static. Let me check something real quick. Okay. That's on. Put this on. Did Albert say where he got that helping hand set up? That is sweet. I missed a few minutes. Albert, you got a link for that OmniFix helping hand setup you got?
Yeah, dude. I'll get it right now. Give me 1 sec here. Let's see.
Tooth was asking. I bought one a few weeks ago and it hasn't come in yet.
Yeah, it takes a while. It's coming from like overseas, somewhere in Europe. So it took me like what, 4 weeks, 5 weeks. And there's the link. Have at it, guys.
It's kind of weird though that the display emitter doesn't have a set screen for the blade plug on the OB. Oh, on the OB. And let's put this in. This does not want to go. I want to force it because it's soft aluminum. It does not want to go. I know you and Benji get asked this all the time, but if I have everything but a chassis and switches, how much do you normally charge for an install? I know it also depends on the saber, but ballpark, yeah, I mean, it depends on the saber and the board. Mostly the saber. Probably not what you wanted to hear. I'm sorry, but yeah. I'm not liking how that goes in, so I'm gonna deal with that later though. Let's get on with it. Put these switches in. Just like that. Switch box on. I don't know, Travis. If you'd like to message me on my business page, we could talk about it. We could talk about what you've got if you want. I just don't know off the top of my head, man. I'd have to see your saber. I'd have to know what you're looking for. Almost there. Yeah, Big Tooth. He's always pushing me. Just file that down a little bit, maybe. Put it on this file right here. Right here. There we go. Then we get all this built up, right? We got our NeoPixel or CC sabers in there, crystal in, accent in. I'm gonna clean up this mess a little bit. Okay. Not really a set screw for chassis retention, so I'm going to use a little bit of E6000. First though, Albert, you were right. I messed around with a 31 millimeter speaker in an MPP and a 28 SO Elite, and the Elite was still louder than the 31.
Yep, thought so. Knew that was going to happen. I had a prototype made back in 2019, a 31 millimeter SO Elite, and I compared it, and you know what? The 28 was still louder. There was really no difference. I mean, yeah, more bass, but that's about it.
Yeah.
But not many sabers that can, even house a 31. So you're better off fully enclosing a 28.
Yeah, absolutely. What a waste of $9.
Oh man,
Send it back.
just resell it. Oh yeah, there you go. Send it back. And if they say no, just be like, I want to speak to your manager.
Okay. So there's my chassis. I always run 2 positives off my battery terminal. One for the board up here, and then one over here will come out here for any of my my main NeoPixel connector and any accents. I'll splice them down here so you never see it. So that's what I'm doing there.
Oh, very nice.
What's my shrink tube? Yep. Apart from the saber armor.
Yeah, Megtooth, the TCS. I mean, at the time it was amazing, really good speaker, but the main problem was, they kept blowing out. Everybody uses them, and they were blowing out. They had a very short lifespan. That's pretty much what made me decide to create something that was going to be reliable.
Hey, my wife's in the chat.
Oh, cool.
She's out of
What
town,
up?
living the big life. Starkiller. All right.
I'm working on this. Oh, crap. Oops.
There we go. The ice cream truck. Oh, she can answer. She's here. It's part of me talking to them. Now we're to the point where we can wire the board. What's up, Titan? Oh, thank you for joining in, man. We do live in the middle of nowhere, don't we? I like it though. Let's check on this again. It's almost done. Yeah, I think he does make tooth, actually, which would be super weird for me to do. All right. Get a few of these going.
Messed up. Dang it.
Yeah.
Well, that's a good idea. Or find a spot to hit up the stoner heads.
It's a little crazy around here, though.
Is
They're
it?
just, I mean, yeah, I mean, we live outside of town, so it's fine, but they're likely just as likely to rob you than they are to give you money for an ice cream.
Oh shit.
You just blow on it like a Nintendo.
What was that?
Did you just blow on it like a Nintendo?
Oh yeah, blowing the cartridge. All right, there we go.
There we go. Yeah, Dallas too, Megtooth. But we're in Miami, Oklahoma, and down here too. Let's see, what am I doing? But yeah, I think they rob you in Dallas too.
Oh yeah, for sure. It's crazy out there.
I lived in El Paso for a long time, and I wouldn't want to sell ice cream on the street.
Oh no. Yeah, I heard it's
El
pretty
Paso.
bad there now.
Yeah, yeah, you had to blow on the cartridge, Travis. That was just the ritual to get it to work, even if it didn't.
Always. Even during the N64 days.
A lot of you guys in Texas. Brian, Albert, Cole. Okay. 3 more wires. I don't know what I was thinking on my switch wires. That's way too long. So I'll cut that down and I'll save it and use it. Okay. John, are you still here? Yes, no. Need to install my Reaver. I think the chassis will work for my Vector too, so they got that and reuse the board. Have you been? Are you starting to design any chassis, Cole? So many empty savers taunting me. not yet into design, just so that I can print it. Yeah, I hear you, dude. One thing at a time. I filed down these boards, but this one I didn't do enough. Handle that. Let's see if I can get that in there. It's all done. I don't know my millimeters too well, Brian, but you can get really close to those pads on the side of the board if you need to. But of course, it's easier to do it before you solder anything to it. I file down the size of every board that I install, but I try to design my chassis to be a bit of a like a press fit too. So it's a trade-off. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. My first print off of my new printer. It would be awesome if you could bring us a Skinny Flex install to your weekly workshop. Oh yeah, I definitely can if I ever get one of those in. Jeremy Jackson, what's up, man?
What's up, Jeremy?
Long time. Yeah, I like that.
Looks good, dude.
Wow. Thanks.
Super smooth.
So this is for Jeff's Corband MPP. See you, Travis. Thanks for tuning in. I might finish up season 4 tonight as well. I'm only on episode 2 though, but I might be able to get in there and finish it. Yeah, the Lost Band of Graphics 2.0s. I almost bought one a few times and then I just didn't. But it was a hell of a deal though. If you jumped on it, you got a hell of a deal. Because those things were going for like $250. People would pay it too. I bought one for $250 to make really good Starkillers. Huh. The last episode's 2.5 hours long. Oh shit! Well, I probably won't finish it today. I might watch an episode and then just play Elden. I've been playing Elden Ring. I've also got the new Far Cry, but I'm just too far into Elden Ring right now. Hmm. $145 shipped with the code with an MPP 2.0 core batteries. Yeah, that's a really great deal, man. Really great deal. I'm gonna weather this chassis real quick. Okay, let's weather this chassis. That's what I was planning, start scrap flick, so maybe they'll magically find some more. I have one here that I don't know that I'll ever find the time to do this. It's a personal project, but it's a 2.0 kit. But I bought it from somebody who had done the cutouts already. And the only thing wrong with it is his screws aren't even. His 3 screws over here aren't even, and they're not even over here. That can be alleviated by taking these out, making the holes bigger, and then just chopping off all the threads of these, and then just JB welding them exactly straight, which is what I would typically do anyway. I just haven't had the time to do it. And then this is a pommel from Clint Morrison over at Solid Sabers. Almost got the Elden Ring today. Postponed it though for the Saber tomorrow. Priorities, man. I'm almost out of this. That's it. I got every drop you could get out of that. That's the spot. There. Now this is all ready for Jeff. This will get Proffie. Some LED strips in the side. Bluetooth module in here. Thanks, Titan. Yeah, a little bit of that really will make the chassis pop, in my opinion. This is one of my older designs. I don't really do this anymore. I copied it off Mac. McNeil. As a matter of fact, I think Albert's chassis has some of this on it too.
What is that?
The circuitry.
Oh yeah, on the sides. Mm-hmm.
So we'll put that off to the side. John, you're not here anymore, are you? Your saber's done.
He bounced.
Bounced. I do have to program it though. Which saber, Cole? Oh, hey, what's up, John? I'm glad you're here. What I wanted to tell you was this guy at the very beginning when we chose what Kobuchon we wanted to put in here. This doesn't have any shine through. This actually sits here, which is below the PCB holder. It's this hole up here in this groovy that gets shine through. So knowing that, did you want to swap that clear lens out for the red or the purple one? Or do you want me to leave it as it is? Have a bunch of empties. Handle fits on nice and smooth. What I can do is put these pins in now, since I'm just sitting here.
Where's my battery? Oh, there it is.
It's alive.
Yes, sir. Adding a config right now. Ends an update.
You do any machining, Jeremy, like shrouds and stuff? No, I don't. Not yet. Next year, I'm building a shop off the side of my garage, and then that's going to be for my mill and my lathe, and I'm going to start getting into machining. But for right now,
firmware updated.
All these pins drive me nuts. Thanks, John. Appreciate it, man. I'm glad that you liked how it turned out.
All right.
Hell yeah. I like the new firmware that tells you when it's got that voice saying that the firmware is actually updated.
Oh, dude, I love that. Check this out. Twist on, twist off.
Yeah.
Yeah, boy. So the chassis is done. I got to do the top portion that goes on the hilt, the receiving end.
Shrink the pins, Meg Tooth. What do you mean by that? Put some heat shrink on it? Teach me.
Show us the ways.
Show me. Show me, man. Because these have been a pain in my ass since I started doing sabers. I used to use the eraser off of a wooden pencil. Jeff, what's up, man? Okay, I'll try that, Meg Tooth. Thank you. Your chassis is done, Jeff. Put some rub and buff on it. Anyway, you'll have your Proffie, your 5-pixel LED strips on either side. There'll be a kill switch in here. I know it's kind of hard to see in the light, but there'll be a kill switch in there. Your Bluetooth module will be in here. So hopefully you like how that came out. This is super tough. You could drop this from 3 feet for sure. For sure. Heat shrink. That's right. You said heat shrink. Yes. Oh, I don't think I have the right size to fit over it. Chassis dropping. Wonder whatever happened to that guy.
He's off giving Superman a hard time.
Knock on wood, you've never dropped any. Yeah, you know, I mean, it happens. That particular instance was a Fallen Order V2 with a handle off of it, and if you've ever had that in your hand, you know that that saber is pretty heavy. Um, if you have the handle off and exposed, the chassis is pretty long. It's going to break.
Giovanni, I would say the Proffie is easier to install labor-wise. It's pretty straightforward, but the configuration is where there's a big learning curve. You have to, dig into it pretty deep. Yeah, then again, I love CFX. It's pretty straightforward too.
All right on. Thanks, Brian. I didn't even know they made a tool for that. Okay, what next? This here. So weird.
You're welcome, dude.
There's the tiniest. Oh, damn. Thank you so much, Mike. Really
Oh, dude,
appreciate
nice.
it. Diadium installs itself.
You got some pizza money there now.
What's up, Wolf? Poor band.
Wolfie, what up, man?
I don't like how this is fitting. This isn't fitting properly. So in the morning, I'll probably lop half of these threads off with my Dremel. That way I can just it'll click in here with a few turns, and it won't be an issue. But it's not fitting in there very good right now. There's a slight misalignment between the inner core, and then it's thrown this tap hole just a bit. If you're still with me, John. Make sure that fits in there. It's getting off work. Right on. I wonder if you can chop those threads down on an LGT Starkiller too. I've never seen an LGT Starkiller up close. I don't think I've seen any LGT. Well, yeah, I guess I have one. Everyone, I think that's it. Yeah, Joe's in El Paso, Tooth. I think I'm going to call it for today, man.
All right, for sure.
You finished one up. I finished one up. Finished the chassis up. It's a respectable amount of work.
Indeed.
Thanks for coming on, Albert.
Yeah, thanks for having me, dude.
Everybody, thanks for tuning in. I really appreciate you guys. And we'll see you again next week. And everybody have a great weekend. Later.